Okay. Hey everybody, this is Mr. Hardcore Mode where nothing's easy, giving you another hard rant right off the day. I really appreciate y'all being here, and I really appreciate all the support. I'm still dishing out videos, and I'm still streaming, and I'm glad to be here. We are going to touch on Ghost of Yotei, a game that I'm actually kind of looking forward to, but we'll see down the road. I'm a bit skeptical. Because of only one instance, and that one instance is, how is this story going to be portrayed? My big thing with Ghost of Yotei would have to be, Ghost of Yotei, by the way, would have to be not the, I know a lot of people are giving, the main actress, I think her name is Erika Ishii, a bit of, you know, like a skepticism because she's an activist. She hates police. She's part of the LGBT community. And of course, she has her own beliefs. And if she wants to be fucking crazy, that's fine. She's going to be the main actress in Ghost of Yotei. Everybody loves Jin Sakai, though. You know what I mean? When Ghost of Tsushima came out, it was a new IP for Sucker Punch. Everybody loved Jin Sakai. Now, we are 300 years apart from Jin Sakai. He's already passed on. Now it's Ghost of Yotei. And now you're playing a female actress. Now, here's the thing about Ghost. Here's the thing about, not Ghost of Yotei, but here's the thing when it comes to making a IP and then completely changing it later on. Completely changing it right off the bat. Where, just like other titles, as I can see here with Cabrutus, who actually mentions Ratchet and Clank, where you play as Ratchet and Clank, but you also play a female character, who's literally exactly like Ratchet and Clank, which is kind of odd because people like Ratchet and Clank. Of course, people can make whatever game that they want. It's just, you know, people like Ratchet and Clank. And then we all like The Last of Us, right? Well, we kind of do. We'll take, it depends. We all liked Last of Us 1. And now we're playing Last of Us 2. Everything changes. I'm okay with playing as Ellie, but I really wanted to play as Joel. I was okay with playing as the one buff chick. What's her name? I think it was, I forgot her name. She was the one that, obviously, spoiler alert, she killed Joel. I was not okay with playing her when I would rather play as Ellie to get my revenge kill on that one chick that killed Joel. Everybody wanted the same, or a lot of people returned their game. And that's when Access Media just gave Last of Us Part 2 a whole bunch of rewards, which was bullshit. We wanted Joel. We wanted Joel. First off, the fans wanted Joel. That point blank period. It's absolutely true. Check with everyone. Ghost of Tsushima. No, we'll get to him later. Nathan Drake's story is now over, and they added an expansion where you don't play as Nathan Drake, but you play as Chloe and some other chick who barely anybody cares about. Chloe's awesome. She's hot. But it's like, we want to play more of Nathan Drake. We all like Nathan Drake. You see what I'm saying? Also with Sucker Punch also made Second Son infamous. You played as the main character dude. And then they just said, how about in the expansion, you play as this girl, and her name is, it's like the DLC is called First Light or something. They did the same thing before. Are you starting to notice the trend? It's always like, oh man, I like this character. And then they go off like, oh, now here's a girl character. And you're just like, okay, now I'm getting more of the game, but I would rather play the character that I like. You see what I'm saying? And this is always what happens is, besides Ratchet and Clank, which is, you know, the full game with the other character, the other games is like a second installment to that franchise, where it's just like, okay, we really like this character. What's going to happen in this one? And they're just like, oh, you're going to play somebody else. I want to play as that one character that I like Jin Sakai. Jin Sakai's story is not over. But now we're playing some random bitch. 300 years later, Jin Sakai's bones are just dust by now. So now we're playing as whatever the hell her name is. So that's my biggest grievance is that. Now, there's also one more thing that I wanted to discuss. The protagonist to Ghost of Yotei is, well, she's a little bit unhinged, but you know what? That's her life. That's her thing. If they wanna hire a unhinged person, that's fine. That's cool. As long as she does her job, that's fine. A lot of people are saying stuff like, this is my take on it. We have to recognize that Ghost of Tsushima has a lot of rep and credibility with Japan. So they can't fuck this up with Ghost of Yotei. Japan is really loving what Ghost of Tsushima came out with, and they even I think they something with the ambassador or something. They got an award for Ghost of Tsushima to be really, really compelling and like really close to actual Tsushima in Japan. So they're well known in Japan. Now, if for some odd reason the developers start doing this whole like put rainbow flags everywhere and the main character is gay and also the main character, you know how you can go into the hot springs with Jin Sakai and you can see his booty and Access Media thought that was hot? Well, are they going to do that for this new character, Atsu? No. No, they're not. No, unfortunately not. But that's the thing is, we need to watch out for their writing. I am willing to give Sucker Punch the benefit of the doubt because they really did a good job at Ghost of Tsushima. I am watching their story, though. I am watching their story. I know a couple of you guys are kind of skeptical on it, and you're not sure whether or not to get this game, or you're just outright no. That's. Hey man, I get it. I get it. I'm not gonna hate you for not playing this game because now you're playing a female character. We all like Jin Sakai, and you're probably done with playing female protagonists when you in actuality wanted to play the main protagonist from the previous game. I get it. Do whatever you want with your money. I'm not the type of person to tell you what to do with your money. My thing is, they did me right with Ghost of Tsushima. We'll see what they do with this one. I'm watching their story. I'm keeping my eye on it because I know how they roll. There is DEI in Sony. Let's be honest. There's DEI in Sony. There's DEI in Microsoft. Fuck them all, okay? Fuck them all. I think it's completely bullshit because they always hire like these sort of activists and stuff. And also, can I add another thing? Why is it that they keep on adding Erika Ishii? Like, I know she's Asian, but can I be honest about female if you're playing an actress or actor that's Asian, if you can pull off the accent, why do you need an Asian person? I mean, you could choose any Asian person. Erika Ishii is well known for playing many different characters. And yeah, they're Asian. She always plays Asian characters, which is funny because she literally sounds like a white woman. She can, what does this white woman sound like? Yeah, obviously we can go down that road too. But literally, if it comes to a set of dialogue, it's just like, you can hire any other Asian. Why do you keep on hiring the same one? Is what I'm saying, because she plays as Balara in Dragon Age Veilguard. She also played in Apex Legends, but she always keeps on playing, she's played multiple roles. It feels like the developers are putting their hand in the same hat and picking the same voice actors. Matt Mercer, Troy Baker, Laura Bailey, Erika Ishii, a whole bunch of Critical Role people, some other people that I probably haven't spelled out, but you start to notice that, right? Play a trailer and you're like, is that Matt Mercer? And it's like, why do you keep on picking up the same ones? That's my gripe. And also another gripe, it's just like, yo, you can make anybody play any other character. I don't know why they like to do this whole race thing where they're just like, oh, I put a black character in this game. Well, I'm going to have a black person voice this person. And I'm just like, why? I think there's no point unless you really want some sort of authentic accent to it. I mean, I don't see no reason why. That's my thing. I think I'm right. I mean, literally anybody could play a Japanese woman. I mean, you can get any other Japanese a female actress, but we'll see. Anyway, I'll get to you, chat, in a minute. We'll talk to you in a minute. There's also another thing that the former PlayStation boss has a message for Ghost of Yotei haters. It's a game, an entertainment, a story, a team of creators believes in. They want to make this. Of course they want to make this. That's fine. Nobody cares about that. 2, it's a game. If you don't like it, don't buy it. Well, if you say that sort of thing, people won't buy it. But okay. They've already made that decision. You're a bit of piece of shit for saying that, but okay. In fact, why not make the game you want yourself? That is cool. I would like you guys to actually, if you want to make a game out there, please do. Search, follow your dreams, make something that you feel proud of. We don't always have to get the same Sony slop that they always keep on getting us. There's some really good indie games out there. I mean, we're about to play Greedfall. The people that loved old school BioWare made Greedfall, so they literally took that same message, and now they're making their own sort of IP, and that's cool. And of course it says, how many times do we have to teach this lesson, Sony? Somebody said the creators of Concord also believed in their creation. But you start to notice this, right? Where the male characters would be in the first game or the second game, and then all of a sudden you would play as the females, and you're just like, okay, well, this is my game now. I think Last of Us Part 2 was the nail on the coffin for me, because you were like, damn, okay, this bitch just killed my favorite character, Joel. Me and Ellie, we're going out there and we're gonna go ahead and kill this bitch. What did they make me do? As soon as I was about to fight the bitch in a boss fight, they made me play the person that killed Joel. And I was just like, and now I'm beating up Ellie. I'm literally killing Ellie. And I was like, you're a sick piece of shit, Neil Druckmann. You're a sick piece of shit. Everybody over here bro, but it's deep meaning. And I don't give a shit. This is stupid. It was stupid. Okay? He's trying to do all this. He's like the M. Night Shyamalan of video games. Get him the fuck out of here. But here's another thing. When it comes to Erika Ishii, she does have some things that I kind of don't like. And this is her own thing. If she wants to be wild and crazy and they want to hire a wild and crazy person, fine. I think that's fucking stupid, because if I hire an actress, guess what? I want to make sure that actress is fucking stable. So when an actress like Erika Ishii, who's going to play the main protagonist in Ghost of Yotei, says, abolish the police, it is unconscionable to allow this racist institution that terrorizes the citizens they are sworn to protect. Abolish the police. How do you think that's going to go, hun? How do you think that's going to go? What happens when we abolish the police? You think we're just going to have some new set of law and order? No. Once the police are gone, girl, you better hide in a fucking basement, because now the world's going to go mad. I can't understand. They see 1, 2, 3 bad cops and they think that you should just abolish the police. What a fucking stupid thing to say. My dad served. Shut your dumb bitch ass up. Look like you're fucking, like you put your lawnmower on the side of your head. Shut the fuck up, bitch. This guy right here, of course, he has Black Lives Matter. He's a fucking idiot. Motherfuckers will pay attention to the abolish the police part, but will completely ignore the part about cops being racist and terrorize the citizens they are sworn to protect. Erica was right then and right now. You're a dumbass. So here's what I said. Wow, all the cops are racist and the cops are terrorists. I know you're generalizing, but you're being disingenuous. But you said she's right to abolish the police. My father was served. Thank you very much. What did you do? Motherfuckers wanna pay attention to a few bad cops and ignore the abolishing. Paying attention to a few bad cops and then you wanna abolish the police. It makes no damn sense. We need police. We need law and order. It's the simple things. Everybody knows what will happen when we don't have law and order. Everybody knows this. When you're unhinged like this, I kind of put a side head. I kind of go, why would you say that? But anyway, she can be as crazy as she want. I'm going to look at Sucker Punch a little sideways though, because that's for the people that they hire. You know, you see what I'm saying? Now, here's the thing, because you're going to have people on both sides. You're going to have the LGBT, whatever. They can have jobs. That's fine. I'm okay with them having jobs. There's also people that are on the other side, right wing, Christian, normal people. There's also some crazy people. They can also have jobs too. That's fine. The difference is separating your job from what your personal beliefs are. Because when I hire you as a voice actor, I need your voice. I don't need your ideology bullshit. So don't come to me with I got an idea. No, you don't, bitch. Shut the fuck up and read the lines. That's what it should be like, and I hope that's what it is. That's what I'm hoping. But I still would like Jin Sakai. You know what I'm saying? I would prefer Jin Sakai because Jin Sakai's story is not fucking over. They jumped right over that shit. They said, ooh, check this shit out. Don't worry, Jin Sakai's story is over, but we're going to hold on to the ghost thing. That's what they said. The developers were like, we're going to hold on to we're still going to keep the whole ghost idea. And I'm just like, so that's what Ghost of Tsushima is about. The ghost thing. If I remember correctly, Ghost was about a man trying to figure out whether or not he should be a samurai or be deceptive when it comes to battle, when it comes to taking on the enemy, straight and forward or sneaky and stealthy. And it literally put his path in his whole personality, his whole livelihood in two. Should he go forward and be a samurai? Should he go to the right and do what needs to be done because it's more effective? That was the biggest thing. Now, you took away that sort of magic because it was his uncle and him at the end. Uncle and Jin Sakai. That was a moment that made a lot of people tear up. Now you got some random bitch walking around with a wolf and she's just killing Ronin and shit. And I'm just like, what's her story? What is her story? I mean, I could already tell what her voice acting is going to sound like. And like I said before, her voice acting ain't even all that great. I mean, she's only got 2 types of octaves, is cute and innocent. Erika Ishii, I mean. She's got cute and innocent, like that one lady that was in the DLC for what is it, Warmind or something? Destiny 2. She was a voice actor for that character, and also the Apex Legends character. She had this sort of punky vibe that was just like, hey, you! And I was just like, this girl's fucking annoying. And then I remembered who exactly Erika Ishii was. Every time when I watch, like, Critical Role, she's there and she's fucking loud. She's so fucking annoying. But you know what? That's fine. She can still get a job. Fucking loud as hell, but she can still get a job. That's fine. My biggest thing is her story. That's the biggest thing. Is it going to hold up to Jin Sakai's story? If it does, I'll play it. If it doesn't, move on, bitch. Move on. I want to touch on something that's actually really important, because this is a thing that really does bother me, because women like her get hired all the time, but white men, well, they don't really deal with white men actors really that much. It depends. It depends on your point of view, or their point of view, because that's the biggest thing. Is like, people talk about like, oh, virtue, and all this sort of good thing, and this is we accept everybody and diversity, and then out of nowhere they're like, we're not going to hire any male actors, especially white ones. Sorry, it's just not what we're doing anymore. Let me show you. I got 3 examples right now. You remember Hercules, Kevin Sorbo? Listen to this.
When Andromeda finished, I did a lot of movies up until about 2012. I've been doing a lot of movies since. But it's about 10, 11 years ago, my agent manager called me in and said they can't work with me anymore. And I said, well, why? He said, well, the stuff you're posting on the internet. And I go, I'm not posting anything hateful. I'm not attacking any groups. I'm not doing, yeah, but being a Christian conservative, the tide is sort of changing here in Hollywood. And I said, I've always been a Christian conservative. I don't consider myself better or perfect or anything like that. They said, yeah, but it's going to be hard to get you hired. And I thought that, I probably should have got mad, but I laughed at him. I said, you guys are the ones screaming for tolerance. You're the ones screaming for freedom of speech. But as Hollywood, pretty much like Washington, D.C., they live in their own bubbles on different opposite sides of the country. Echo chambers. But they're full of crap, and they're all hypocrites. And it's a one-way street with tolerance and freedom of speech. So I just said, the heck with it. I love the industry. My wife and I formed Sorbo Studios. Go to sorbostudios.com, a lot of information on there. And I've been shooting about 4 movies a year for the last 12 years. So I've been doing my own thing.
And that's his story. They just don't like him because he's a Christian conservative. Oh, here's another one. Hold on.
I wanted to be the gay,
Yeah.
It's so
Peer pressure.
Peer pressure. This girl invited me on to talk about this, and she was a friend. She texts me.
This guy tried to hire for,
I think this was after the George
Floyd
role thing, maybe. And she goes, I can't have a straight white guy on anymore. And I remember just going like, what the fuck? You can't have me on just because my skin color?
What changed?
It was during the BLM stuff. That stuff really ramped up. It became kind of, I think, celebratory to go, fuck white people, fucking white women,
Right.
I think it became normalized. A little, way too, any amount is too much, but it became celebrated in a way. And so that happened, and then it happened in another podcast. And then I had an acting agent who, whenever I would do stand-up, I used to host Mark Norman's show, Hot Soup. And all the agents would come, and every couple months, someone would go, why aren't you on SNL? We got to get you in Hollywood. And I'd go, well, sure, sign me. You need auditions.
Yep, try to get hired.
This guy saw him, and he brought me in. It was the biggest agency at the time, Abrams it was called. And I'm waiting around going, what's going on? No auditions? Is SNL coming to check me out? And he emails, and he goes, it's too tough out there for white guys. He kind of was like, we're done here. The next day, fires me, removes me. Right? Well, no, the next day. It was soon after, removed me from the roster. I got an email. Some more time went by, and then another manager scouted me, brought me in. It was called AGI Entertainment, I think. And he goes, dude, you're a killer. He goes, you got an acting resume? He goes, we're going to get you on Curb Your Enthusiasm. And I was like, okay, maybe this is finally somebody who's got the balls to fight this shit. Months go by. He calls me, and he goes, we hit a snag. He said, we can't have any more white guys, or we're not hiring white guys. We're not representing white guys. And I just was like, what the fuck is going on? How could you say that? And I go, is it company policy? And he goes, yeah.
Oh, and here's one more. Just in case it wasn't enough from what I've been saying. Because everybody likes to do this whole sort of like, oh, oh well, people are kind of hating on her getting a job there. It's not that. It's just they hired a crazy liberal lady that fucking hates like fucking white people and wants to abolish police. And it's just like, this is your fans. This is the fans that you like, and here's your money. Do you want it or not? And then you say something like, well, you have a choice to buy it or not. If you don't like it, don't buy it. And I'm just like, if you hire crazy like liberals, but you won't hire people like them, it's a big, big issue. A really big issue. Really big issue. Here's one more, and this one's going to break your fucking heart.
5 or 6 days before his 5th year anniversary, where
Endymion and Legendary Drops claim to have Ubisoft devs and industry insiders information related to all this. If you want to check that out, I did check it out, and it's fucking crazy.
he was promised a bump in severance from 12 months to 18 months, so he refused to sign a severance, and we filed a lawsuit under Title VII and under state law, saying that it was race and gender discrimination to be doing this, to be firing people for the purpose of creating diversity. David came to Novant in 2013 to run their marketing and communications program. He rebuilt the team by everyone's, both by written and sort of the verbal acclamation. Everyone thought he'd done a great job. They won several awards. And then in 2015, the board, the
2015.
the CEO of Novant signed on to an American Hospital Association health equity pledge. And as a result of that, they elevated the position of diversity inclusion officer, and that person came in and presented a plan that the jury saw that between 2016 and 18 they were going to increase the diversity of the senior leader and executive leadership teams.
Senior and executive.
At the beginning of the year, his boss had 7 white male and direct reports, and by the end of the year he had 2. The irony is he was on the team, the executive team that oversaw the plan, and he had no clue that they were going to turn around and start firing people just to be able to sort of meet their goals. There was just no real justification for his termination. He'd been doing a very good job, and they tried to make up some concerns about the fact that he had stumbled at a speech 2 years before when he felt sick, and that it embarrassed the company. And they said that he lacked engagement, but he had some of the highest engagement scores in the company, and his score was far higher than the person who fired him.
And that's what's been happening. That is what's been happening. Like, literally, a person just said diversity and inclusion. Okay, that's cool. Had 7 white people that were part of the executives, and they threw out literally like 4 of them. My math is wrong. 5 of them. Shut up. Anyway, they threw out 5 of them, including the person that was okay with it. They threw them out. Why? Just because we need to get a couple of niggas and Asian people up in here. We need to get, we need a couple of Latinos up in here. This is the kind of bullshit that has been happening, and people keep on acting like they're ignoring it. It's changing, though. It is slowly but surely changing, that people are starting to notice, like, everybody's hearing DEI and they're getting pissed off. Let them get pissed off, because we're pissed off. This bullshit shouldn't be happening. People should be hired on their merits, not because they fucking they hate police. Is that who you hire? That's who you hire? Okay, technically she didn't do any crime. That's cool. But don't you want to hire somebody who's stable? You don't have any other choices besides just her? So, right now, for me, when it comes to Ghost of Yotei, I'm skeptical. I want to see the story. I'm probably not going to get the game, to be honest. I'm going to watch the story and I'll be like, okay, maybe the story's good. Or, okay, they changed the story and this is how it's going to go and things are changing. If anything goes, things are changing, I'm going to let that shit go. Let's read what the comments that have been going on. All right. How y'all doing? Hey guys, how y'all doing? Thank you. Nothing irritates me more than playing a female character and they use the same walking animations as the male. Oh, that's from yesterday. Let me go back. Okay, all right. That's from you. That's how they hire nowadays. Look at Ada from Resident Evil 4 remake. the new voice actress was trash because they replaced the last one. That one was, she sounds dead inside. Easy to say when you're not going to get the same ESG money they do or the positive coverage from mainstream. That is true. You hire LGBT people, you do get an ESG score. That's peak creativity. Take a male character and make him a female who behaves like a male. Wowzers. Or they just replace the character all around because they get a giant fan base starting off and then they throw in the female. This isn't... I'm gonna say it. What if Lara Croft came out and you didn't play Lara Croft, you played as a white male? That's right. You're playing as Lara Croft's like boyfriend, a white male who's out here trying to bring treasure into museums, bring relics into museums. The fucking access media would lose their fucking mind if that happened. You realize that? Like, Lara Croft is injured. So this is an expansion of Lara Croft's white boyfriend who is going to get the relic and turn it into the museum. People would lose their fucking mind if that happened. A straight white male? You're not playing as Lara Croft? Ooh, you know it. Come on now. Let's read a little bit more and then we're going to end it there. If she does a great job, I don't care what her personal life is. That's true. Very true. Feudal Japan, her story is going to be oppressed females are better than men. I hope not. The hypocrisy is insane. It is. I finally managed to catch up on the stream. Hey, Val, how you doing? My heart, it already is broken. This is awful. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. We'll see. It might be good, though. People will only be pushed so far, and eventually they snap back harder. That's true. And you'll start to notice a big change when it comes to people purchasing AAA products. We're not talking about indie products. We're talking about AAA. Sucker Punch is AAA. It is. Larry Croft. I'm gonna end the video here. That was a good one. Yeah. I literally went to jury duty last year and they were playing DEI programming in the fucking courthouse. What the fuck? All right, this has been another hard rant. I appreciate it, and let's go play some video games.